Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on GRDO Incorporated, ticker symbol GRDO. This one's been a beast for us. I first started covering it when the chart was in this area here, and then we had a breakout, and the last time I did the chart was on this day. Then we did some consolidating and broke out again today. So I want to go over this, get things updated as it is needed. Broke to a new high, had nice volume, so the chart continues to fire on all cylinders. And it also makes just a great example too of why pullbacks and sideways days aren't bad, but actually healthy for a chart. So with that being said, let's just get started. And I will make note real quick that I've done, like I said, I think a couple other videos at least. So if you want to go back and watch those, you'll see kind of the evolution of the chart and with an explanation. So keep that in mind. There are some other charts out there that are available that I've done previously. So with today's action, not to state the obvious, but nice price action in combination with nice volume. Always a good correlation. That's the relationship you want to see. And the chart just acted just like you'd want to see it from a technical analysis standpoint. You could, straight up put this one right in a textbook if you wanted to. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's go back and look at the chart when it looked like this, and I believe this was the last time I did a video. Here, gapped up, had a red day. But the thing to notice, and this is what the chart players and people that have been around for a while noticed, was if you look right here, this is the upper Bollinger Band. And right here, it opened way above it, which means the price is way overextended. And even though it closed right here, it was still overextended. It was still above that upper Bollinger Band. So if you understood that, you know that, okay, maybe a pullback is still in store just so it can get, back into within reasonable territory. Here, pulled back some more, but still closed above that upper Bollinger Band. So it was making good progress, but still was overextended and overbought. Here it finally closed inside of it, so this is when the chart officially became no longer overbought. Pulled back again, no problem. Once again, if you understand charts, you would have seen that, hey, look, we have the 10-day, we have the 20-day, both increasing. The price is still well above them, so no worries. And then you had this day where it was approaching this, and then here was, as I like to call it, the trampoline effect. Price came right here, and look what the 10-day simple moving average did to it. Just bounced it off like a trampoline. And the other thing that I didn't know or didn't mention during these pullback period is look at volume. Look how that volume just dried up. That is exactly what you want to see when you have this sort of price action. Had big volume on the breakout, and then volume just dried up as it pulled back, and that's a perfect example of volume analysis and what you want to see. Then of course, as I've noted, with the break to the upside, you had way above average volume compared to all this. So just a classic move, a great example of why people shouldn't freak out when prices do something like this. Sure, it was pain. It was 5 straight days of red, but you know what? It definitely paid off, and now I'm sure all people are happy that held on during this period here. So the first thing that needs to be done is simply just updating our support levels. This was our previous resistance. Actually, the last time I did, our resistance was right here. Then we had a gap up. So this level at 0.014 was our previous resistance level, but it has now become support. So make that green like that, and this is our near-term support now at 0.014. What looks like another pretty solid support level, and I'm getting these from looking at all these bottoms, but let's see, this low was at 0.011, 0.011, 0.01. So yeah, look, 4 lows here. We're at 0.011. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times the price came down and bounced right off that 0.011 level. So that's going to actually be a support level 2, and that looks like it's a pretty good one with the amount of times the price bounced off it. And then what we'll have is the must hold, meaning that if this uptrend remains strong and bullish, there should be no reason why the price would come down and close below this level right down here. I'll lower this a little bit more. But this is the must hold, like I said. It would take quite a bit for it to close below that, but these are 3 support levels. This one being the most important, where if you would get a close below that, that'd be a pretty big red flag for the chart. Now resistances, To be honest, I can't remember if we're in blue sky breakout territory or not, but this will be an easy way to figure it out. Let me pull up the weekly. And yeah, we are in blue sky breakout territory. As the next resistance isn't up here till 2 cents. So back to the daily chart, and we'll just map out this. But short-term resistance, just simply where the price got knocked down today. I'm going to leave that a skinny line just because I don't foresee it putting up too much of a fight if the bulls attack it again. So I'll just leave it nice and skinny like that. But it is technically a resistance level, so that'll be that'll be the level at 0.0169 to keep your eye on. And then it'll be 2 cents, and after that it's really blue sky breakout territory, as the chart doesn't have any other prices before that. But once again, congratulations to everybody that's been playing this. Like I said, I started following it down here, so it's made some very nice moves since then, and hopefully it'll keep up. But if this next week it decides to start to go sideways again or pull back some, this chart has a big history of these sorts of pullback and consolidation patterns. So as long as these support levels hold, I wouldn't freak out or anything like that. So if you do have any other questions, though, please let me know. And I'd encourage everybody to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the newsletter, you will be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And with your subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks all the way up to big boards. So there's a nice variety, and there's something for everybody, and it's all free, no strings attached, so it's worth at least checking out. One more time, this is GRDO. Everybody have a good weekend.